the gateway to the Arctic and the furthest north you can fly directly from London. We came here for a long weekend in December, chasing Arctic adventure and of course the Northern Lights. Could this be the ultimate winter adventure? Today you join me in Tromsø, up in the Arctic Circle. It is -15 and we're on a boat heading out to see some whales. It's 9 AM, the sun doesn't actually rise for another month. You end up with this kind of strange polar night, which is quite... So I'm not sure how it's going to be for photography. Last night we did see a few northern lights, but not that bright. Maybe we can see a few more in the 3 more days that we've got. But, oh, it's brutal. Let's hope we see some whales. So first glimpse of sunshine. As we head on out, the camera's amplifying it a little bit. It's not really that bright. The moon is actually up. It's so low in the sky, it's just sort of dipping behind these mountains over here. Got to keep on the eye out for orca, humpback, fin whale, occasional blue whale, minke whale, which are all here feeding on the herring. After travelling for about 3 hours or 50 nautical miles, we did eventually see some whales, although the single orca that showed up I failed to get a picture of. It turns out that taking photos in a reasonable wind at -19 degrees C with frozen fingers and not much light is a real challenge. However, we were lucky enough to see diving humpbacks and breaching humpbacks, and even rarer, I actually got some in-focus photos of them. We've just asked ChatGPT how long he'd survive if he fell in that wearing jeans and a t-shirt. We estimated, what do you reckon?
I said 4 minutes.
Yeah, I said a bit shorter, I said 3, but actually it's between 30 and 60 minutes.
But only if you can survive not drowning.
It's a pretty morbid thought, to be
Because
honest.
as they say, you're not dead until you're dead.
I'll be honest, I didn't quite understand what Lizzie meant when she said, "You're not dead until you're dead and warm." It sounded dramatic. But Lizzie works in cardiology, and so she's well versed in preventing death. And there are, in fact, 8 reversible causes of cardiac arrest, one of which is hypothermia. And so, having researched this a little, I've come across an amazing story which happened in Tromsø. Anna Bågenholm had skied down the same mountain in Narvik many times before, but that day in 1999 she lost control of her skis and stumbled down head first, crashing through the ice of a frozen stream. Trapped under the thick layer of ice, she managed to avoid drowning thanks to an air pocket. By the time a rescue team arrived and managed to cut a hole through the ice, some 80 minutes had passed, during which her core temperature had dropped to an unbelievable 13.7 degrees Celsius, the lowest survived body temperature ever recorded in a human. When rescuers finally pulled her out, she had no pulse and wasn't breathing. She was taken to Tromsø University Hospital by a helicopter, and in order to be declared dead, you first need to be warmed. Hence Lizzie's expression, "You're not dead until you're dead and warm." So over a number of hours, they carefully rewarmed her body, restarted her heart, and miraculously Anna survived and eventually made a full recovery. So, if you're worried about the cold in Tromsø, just remember Anna. Proof that even in the iciest of situations, you can still have a happy ending. Now, we're off to Sommarøy, where we'll stick with warmer activities, relatively speaking. The next day, we hit the road, driving through the otherworldly snow-covered landscape under the polar night. I had to keep telling myself that Tromsø in winter isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey. #live, love, laugh. Driving on the icy roads was good fun though. We had a little Yaris with studded tyres, which was surprisingly fun to drive, at least for me, and we arrived safely to Sommarøy. Coined in some circles the Maldives of Europe, Sommarøy, or Summer Island, is a small Arctic village known for its pristine beaches and turquoise waters, even in the winter. Although I think you probably need a bit less cloud and a touch more light to actually see the colours, and so I'd recommend visiting outside of the polar night. Having driven around all day, we have got bored of being in the dark, and so we've just been shopping, and we're leaving our igloo, heading into the frozen abyss, which is currently -15. This is just coming out, and we're going to go and there's a place that we can cook. So we've got some of the famous Norwegian brown cheese that we're going to melt mixed with some cream, bit of pasta, bit of broccoli to be healthy, obviously. But yeah, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. It was like a bloody long day, but I think just because it's dark. Are you tired? Yeah.
I'm tired of being dark.
Yeah. But it's cloudy, so there's no northern lights tonight, which is incredibly annoying. Still stunning here, though. That's the really big, expensive house that our little igloos only look out onto. And we're just heading to this little place down here where there's a sauna, place to cook. We're going to cook up a storm. Here it is, looks very clean and lovely. However, we've got a fridge there, and then actually nothing to cook on. So we've got pasta. I think the pasta's going in there. I'm not sure how we're going to melt the cheese. Ta-da! Solution! Well done. Let's address the culinary elephant in the room. This. And yes, those vegetables have been cooked in a coffee cafetiere. The local food scene wasn't exactly noteworthy, and so we made do with what we had. Oddly, I'm still awaiting my Michelin star. I guess it's lost in transit. Tromsø is of course famous for the Northern Lights, but hopefully, as you've seen from this video, it's got a lot more to offer. From whale watching to stunning coastal drives. Even when the weather doesn't cooperate, there are things to do. If you're planning a weekend adventure, then I can recommend Tromsø for a short weekend. Any longer and you may get slightly bored. I wouldn't change anything about our trip, well, maybe the cafetiere of broccoli. If you've enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. There's plenty more adventures to come.